Smack 'em a gob, everybody. It is I, Dr. Fuck, and with me is...
Oh, yeah! The Ayatollah of Alcohol, Wadzilla, baby. What's up, Ralph?
I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Let me sneeze in peace while you tell our listeners who we got with us this week.
I'm going to let you sneeze.
I
Go
can't
do it.
sneeze. I hate when it comes and it doesn't...
Oh,
Sneeze, you pussy.
You can't sneeze on camera.
It was a poser sneeze.
Anyway, we have a very special guest this week, Michael Keene. He is a YouTuber. He is an actor, a director, editor. In my mind, a great comedian. This is somebody I discovered during the pandemic when I kind of left the music world, even though, I still do this show. I went back into my other passion, movies, and found this guy online. And he makes me laugh and laugh. He's so good, I don't even mind when his kid's in his videos. And you all know how I hate children in movies. But I love his kid. I love his wife, Casey. He makes hilarious videos. He's got a lot of shit going on. And to top it off, he's the first motherfucker I ever Patreoned. That's how much I believe in this guy.
You're really hoping for those dick pics.
Yeah. What's up with that, man? Everybody else pays $7. I pay $10 and no dick pics.
I got to make sure people keep paying, man, because as soon as it actually gets out there,
right. He's a fucking tease.
Michael, I need to warn you. In case me and Ian have another falling out, we had a falling out before. And Ian did another show with this guy, Josh Toomey, and it failed miserably. So if I have a falling out with him, don't start a podcast with him. He'll take you down. He sucks without me.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I only do podcasts with hot broads anyway, so that's kind of my. That's why I don't have one going right now, actually.
All right. Well, if you lower your standards and want to do one with an ugly broad, it could be available.
He'll make you call the podcast over a shitty Slayer album.
I mean, I'm from the South. I've put literal lipstick on a pig. I can see how this would work. But yeah, I'm Michael Keene. I make movies like Fatal Future, which people at Dragon Con care about and no one else ever will. And The Head, the one from 2019. No, not the show, the movie, The Head. It has the poster. You've got it. Has a mannequin head, sucks dick, kills people, drinks blood. It's a good time at the movies, available now on Blu-ray from TerrorVision. And I also have another movie coming up called Dr. Deathface that's going to have a big old pussy on a bed. And I don't mean like your BBW pornos. I mean straight up, it's a bed with a pusher. Big old vulva. We call it the bedgina. That's not anatomically correct, but, you can't make a good vagina joke out of that. So, bedgina. Or bed joke out of that. I guess I'm already very high. But yeah, thank you for having me on your music program. Me, a man who knows absolutely nothing about music. You did a smart.
Dr. Deathface sounds like a movie I will masturbate to constantly.
Probably. I do have a great sequence. This is maybe this is breaking news because I guess I haven't really talked about it anywhere. I have this slow motion sequence of two on screen lesbians, naked, covered in blood, making out, rubbing titties. And it was for a scene we never actually shot. We had to skip, but we already had that footage that we were going to use in the scene. And so I was like, all right, well, let's just put it in here somewhere, I guess. And so I think if the final cut is the way it is now, it's just, he dreams it. Fuck it. Why not? There's two lesbians. Here, have a lesbian break. It's like when you're watching, what's that Civil War movie? Not Gods and Monsters, but the good one that came before. Gettysburg, the one about the battle. It's like when you're watching that in theaters and it has that little breaky break. Well, it's that, except it's two lesbians making out, covered in blood.
You've already turned off most of our audience because they're all gay.
Yeah.
But I'd still say...
Wait, I also have cocks. There's cocks. I do have cocks in my movies.
Way to bring it back in.
Yeah, and a good chunk of the film involves a man with his shirt off, You don't see his cock technically, but it is, I assure you, very large. So you can just fill in the details there for yourself. But he's a beautiful man, Roger Dexter, of the band Midnight Cabaret. Follow them on Facebook.
Oh, how can you start where bed's on fire? That's that band, right?
That's Midnight Oil.
Hey, I got a question. The lesbians in your movie, are their last names Dally and Jacobs?
I'm not getting the joke here, man.
Yeah, that one went over your head, right?
Yeah, I'm very high.
Yeah. Now there's some horror wives on our Facebook page, and that's what he was alluding to.
Oh, it's an in joke for your podcast.
Yes.
That's sweet. I let you ladies munch all the carpet you can possibly munch, okay? Just get in there, munchity, munchity, munch. Unless they have linoleum flooring, in which case you can also munch on that. That's fine. And I believe in you. God bless America.
So I'm very excited about Dr. Deathface. I did donate to the movie and back, so I get the Blu-ray. When is this gonna come out?
I have no fucking idea, man. I have no fucking idea. So the problem that this is a little tip for all you wanting to be filmmakers out there. If you're actual filmmakers, you've already figured this out, but if you're like me, you're a fucking idiot. So when you budget your movie, if you are doing basically everything yourself, in like all the major roles yourself, add in some budget for all the fucking days you're going to edit this piece of shit. Because if you don't have that, you're going to be working shitty freelance jobs. And not so shitty if anyone from Vinegar Syndrome or TerraVision is listening to this podcast. And it's going to take up all your fucking time. And then you're also going to have a 4-year-old, just trust me on this one, that's going to be just driving you up the goddamn wall. So adorable, yet so kickable across the fucking football field. And a bipolar Jewish wife. And add all that together, plus like a lot of popularity, if we're being honest with ourselves, you know, we're idiots, but we're hot. Then it's all gonna fucking fall apart. So anyway, I've been busy, and I'm the editor. I also have had to wrangle. I just dropped a pill bottle. I apologize to your listeners. I have to just do all these fucking jobs all the time, and while doing that, I also have to get Foley. I have to get music made from those beautiful fucks who make up the band Midnight Cabaret, music on Spotify, I think. Maybe not, actually. Fuck, I should probably check on that. Either way, go check them out on Facebook, god damn it. And, you know, color correct and all that. So doing that on a feature-length film that had, let's say, a very challenging production over a long period of time, it's tough. That's my long answer.
Okay, but
basically, short answer,
what you're saying
is, I leave the ambiguity in.
There's going to be tits in the movie, is what?
Yeah.
Nice. Because we have a lot of virgins that listen to this show, and they're excited to see tits.
Oh yeah,
I want to see big black veiny cocks.
Not okay. So I did not have. This is only a partial joke. This is like 98% factual, 2% joke. So in this one, I didn't have my stud black guy because the stud black guy that I had for the head moved to New York. And great guy, wonderful, but his job called him off to fucking middle of nowhere, New York. And so I was out a black stud for Dr. Deathface. And then, as part of my friend group who makes up most of my crew and actors, this new black stud with the same first name, by the way, which did not lead to many distasteful jokes. He comes in and we meet, and he's super into doing whatever I want for a movie, including just showing off that big monster of his. So we started shooting a movie as kind of a test shoot thing. that I'm now rewriting after the test. That's also, I also can't not take on new work all the time because I'm autistic. But he's in there as a sexy black priest, and let's just say he gets into some trouble. So veiny black cock, I might just have you. I might just have you on that one.
Right on, man.
Nice.
Hey, by the way, do you live in Boston?
No.
That's good because you know autistic people in Boston are racist. They're racist.
We have a former autistic co-host.
Oh, okay. I
Notorious.
thought y'all were just
racist.
talking about Ben Affleck. I was confused. Okay, cool, got it.
Yeah, but fuck him too. But
Piece
no,
of shit with your fucking hilarious cameo and that Jennifer Lopez. Oh fuck, what is it called? This Is Me Now, I think. Right?
Yeah.
On Amazon Prime. Yeah, This Is Me Now. See, that's a music thing. We could have talked about This Is Me Now, which in which Jennifer Lopez goes fucking insane.
Yeah. Fuck This Is Me Now. I'd rather show pictures of me in my 20s when I was thin and ugly. But is there a way, like, can people still back Dr. Deathface? Is there still like a Patreon for that, or any way they could help?
I believe the campaign has ended. I'm pretty sure I did that. That's one of those, when Stoner Michael enters the room, we don't remember the stuff because of the weed. But right now, if you want to support my shit, and that includes Dr. Deathface, really just anything that I'm working on, which is usually a big multi-year movie project, 'cause I'm a fucking idiot. I have a Patreon that's always accepting shit. Just I don't know, it's like patreon.com/Michael Caine. I don't remember. You can figure it out. You're all smart music lesbians. And I just today made sure that I had a Ko-fi page or a coffee. Is it Ko-fi or coffee? I don't know how to. Doesn't matter. I have one of those too. It's Ko-fi.com/Michael Caine. And here's a pro tip that I just made up today. If you, in your little messagey thing on Ko-fi or coffee or whatever the fuck, ask me to draw something, I will definitely do it. The quality will match the donation, mind you, but it will happen and it will be publicly displayed on that page. I think that's how it works. I haven't done it yet because no one gives me money, but except for you. I mean, you do, but not through this platform that allows for little doodles.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I'm on MySpace.
But yeah, that's how you can support Dr. Deathface, is giving me money, because it's just me out here.
Yeah. Just give out your address. He'll take a 2-party out-of-state check. But I do encourage people to become a Patreon to Michael to help support these films. Luckily, thanks to you, I have Fatal Future on DVD now, which
I'm very glad.
Previously, previously
I
only could watch on YouTube. I did buy the TerrorVision Blu-ray copy of The Head, which has a slipcover, lets you know its quality.
Yeah, that's how you know.
Yeah. But no, support this guy. I really believe in him. He's a funny guy, and I think he's got a lot of talent. All right, I'm gonna get off your dick now.
Yeah, thanks for looking up the taint, though. That was nice.
Yeah,
Usually they leave that nice and sweaty, and you just got it dry somehow.
Yes, par for the course. But let's get into some usual shit here on the show. As far as fan mail, no new iTunes review. There is somebody who keeps writing in on Podbean saying that we're a swell bunch of guys and we can fuck their sister.
Oh.
Yeah, which is nice. Maybe I don't know. I haven't seen your sister, but hey, kudos to you. Send us some 8x10 glossies of your sister.
I'll just take her tests, honestly. Like, I don't actually need a picture.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed in here, guys, but
there's a sketch artist out there. Draw your sister's tits. Send them to Michael Caine.
Hey.
But anyway, I got some news today about our Facebook page, which I found kind of alarming. Everybody knows I've been AWOL from the fucking Facebook page because I'm just fucking sick of Facebook. Um, but apparently there's somebody that's been ruining the fucking page, and I don't like to say names, Charles Trainer, but I'm gonna say your name, Charles Trainer. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but stop pissing people off with negativity.
What do you do to piss people off?
I have no idea, but I got some messages, some private messages from like old school listeners. People been around for like 10 years on the page.
Right.
Saying they're giving up on the page and they love us and they're gonna still support the show, but the page has become unbearable. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but the page should be something that everybody can enjoy and everybody have fun. And I do check in every once in a while, and all I see is Chuck Trainer posting fucking Britpop. What the fuck, you Oasis loving motherfucker? Yeah. I love fucking Violent Femmes, but I don't put it on the show. It's the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast.
Don't you dare do that shit, because that shit sucks.
I don't know what these references are.
Yeah. Just hang tight. Smoke a bowl, Mike.
Okay.
But I don't know what you're doing, so I can't allude to any specifics. But I'm just saying, chill the fuck out. I want everybody to have fun on the page, feel included. Our page is a Benetton ad, man. It's a black, white, yellow, green, gay, straight. Not like I like Sammy Hagar gay, but like the good, like suck a cock gay. Everybody should feel welcomed and have fun. I don't know what you're doing, but fucking stop it. All right? And stop posting fucking shitty Britpop. God damn it.
All right. I haven't noticed it, so I
don't know what's going on, but if he keeps it up, I'm gonna fire his ass faster than fucking Noel fired Liam or whatever.
Just as long as nobody complains about me bashing the Gady stuff, we're good.
Yeah, enough of that shit too, Ralph. The 80s ruled. Anyway, I gotta ask you, Mike, how old are you?
I'm 33, turning 34 next month.
Okay, so you're 2 years older than my son. I knew you were young, but
yeah, man, I've always looked older than I am.
For somebody your age. How did you get into like good movies? Is this a family member? Is this something you did on your own?
That's also the autism. I hyperfixated on movies for my entire life, and have a deep love of, I guess, going down rabbit holes. Not just rabbit holes, but for the sake of this conversation, rabbit holes. And I don't know, just one thing led to another. Some of the more recent stuff has been thanks to starting my YouTube channel and doing a lot of like boutique Blu-ray buying and stuff like that. Like, I don't think without the channel I would have gotten into Pinkuega, which for your listeners is a specific type of Japanese softcore pornography. Has a lot of salt and pepper, if you know what I'm saying. And yeah, it's just weird things. It's mostly on my lonesome because that's a fun fact. Mildly known YouTuber Michael Keane, bit of a loner. Doesn't really have a lot of people over much. Doesn't get out.
Well, I love that you have just Franco parties, and shit like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I do have my weekly thrashers where we watch movies where I pick like 5 and they vote, and I showed them some fucked up things. There's definitely been many people who did not come back after a first time. I think we actually had one who left mid movie, and never wanted to come back. Which was too bad.
You didn't watch it with the dub version.
Maybe, I don't know. She had huge tits though, like great, just juicy honkers, and so I was a little sad about that one. I did feel a little bad, but then I also, I was like, I just have a natural touch to me, I guess, of making people run away. Uh, yeah, I got a little
So, well,
tangential there.
I gotta ask you, as a Patreon member of yours, one thing I thoroughly enjoyed. I don't know if you're still doing it because I don't get on the whole like Discord and shit like that as much as I should. But you used to do the viewing parties, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I love those because that's how I discovered New York Ninja. I bought New York Ninja because I watched it on
Oh,
one of your
Y-
viewing parties.
yeah.
But I was the guy who would bitch uh, when you would show a movie. I'm like, how about showing the dubbed version? Where we hear
Oh, yeah.
English. And that's immediately when I figured out like I wasn't I'm used to being the cool kid in the room, and everybody's like, oh, look at this nerd. He wants the English dub. Um, do you prefer when you watch movies, you watch them in a foreign language?
Well, it depends on the movie. If it's something that was like, if it's one of those Italian flicks, or a Franco flick where it was always going to be dubbed in the first place, and it's not really necessarily going to be a big like. There's not enough differences between Italy and uh, America, for me to really worry about the translation being a little weird or anything. So I just will watch the English dub if that is the thing that's available. Um, if it's something like Japanese, that then I or Chinese, Cantonese, I would do the subtitles because there's enough of a difference between the English and whatever language, that would make a dub translation less likely to be terribly accurate than a subtitles. Obviously, also there's less dubbed Japanese movies than there are dubbed Italian movies.
Right.
Uh,
I
well, that's not
think
true
mine
because all the Japanese movies are dubbed, but dubbed into Japanese because inclusivity.
I think mine depends on the language. There's certain languages I can handle listening to and watching the film. I have a hard time with Asian languages and anything French. Uh, French language, thoroughly offends me. I think it's like Pope John Paul II said that the French smell like we think Muslims smell like. And their language is just like baby talk. So it offends me. I can't watch anything in French. Um, but I do love a lot of these movies, but it just
Yeah.
takes me out of it. But I don't get it because I can watch, Godfather 2, like all the Italian scenes, I can sit there and read it. Doesn't fucking bother me. But for some reason, I don't know. Like a whole
Well,
movie.
I can't relate to that because I like chicks with gaps in their front teeth, and so French is a-okay by me. But I mean, I I don't know. It's just that's stupid. That's all I got. That's a dumb problem to have.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks. I like the English dub. But fuck it. But I watch some Italian shit, like the Forgotten Jollos that I love. I watch a Jollo movie with the subtitles and I don't give a fuck because it's Italian. It sounds pretty, and I
Yeah.
like German because that shit sounds like aggressive.
Yeah.
But
Same.
French and
I'm German,
Asian,
so I get that. Yeah.
yeah, I ain't got no time for that shit. Anyway, just something I was thinking about. I don't know where the fuck Ralph went. Probably take a shit.
Probably to
Uh,
take a shit.
But let me think of a time killer before he gets back and we get into the rock news.
Rock
Uh,
news.
yeah, yeah, and we got some horrible rock news, and you'll probably know nothing of what we're talking about, but hopefully you're high enough you can still, you know, enjoy the
Uh,
ride.
yeah, I'm
Keeps keep
doing
smoking,
pretty good.
keep
Doing
smoking.
pretty
How's
good.
Vegas? Do you like? You're not from Vegas. You're from the South.
Yes, I am from Pensacola, Florida, which is essentially
Ugh.
Alabama. Um, and I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina, which is essentially a fucking hell pit. And then I moved to Asheville, North Carolina. And from there, I made the leap to Las Vegas, Nevada. for boring reasons, and never had been to Vegas before. Didn't really have a good conception of what it was outside of Showgirls, but went ahead and did that, and it's pretty dope. The poverty's not great. The sheer number of homeless people left out by the system is not amazing. It's not great that the park down the way was closed to public because of homeless people wanting a good place to sleep. That's not good. But other than that, and the crime, um, and the summers, uh, and a lot of the Californians, beyond that, and the conservative nature of many folks that would surprise tourists. Beyond all that, and the construction. The construction's fucking awful. Fuck. Oh God, that construction can kiss. Our state bird is a traffic cone. It's fucking money laundering garb. Anyway, beyond all that, great place to live. Oh, and the education system is fucking terrible. But beyond that, great place to live.
Well, do they teach you like how to play blackjack and shit? I mean, is that part
I
of the
mean,
education system?
that's actually not completely inaccurate. Like, it's the problem, and this is me like leaning from people who've grown up here, because obviously I don't fucking know. I got educated in South Carolina. I'm way above Nevada, kind of.
Yeah, your math skills are probably on the lower, but other than that,
we learned how to speak English real good. One of my favorite side story, one of my favorite moments in my entire life, a formative moment, was I was a teenager, let's say probably like 16, and I was watching 8½. And of course, for those who don't know, Fellini's 8½, it's an Italian. And my grandmother, my stepdad's mother, was there staying with us, and I can hear she's like right behind me. To my mom, does he like watching those movies? Well, yeah, Ma, why? Well, they're not speaking American, which I'll never forget. That'll be my dying breath, is just remembering they're not speaking American. Fuck, what was I talking about before I went on that tangent?
Vegas sucks.
Oh yeah, Vegas is really fun when it also sucks that if you don't drink, there's not a lot to do at night. That's not true. I guess if you have friends, there's plenty to do at night. But if you don't have friends, like some kind of fucking loser, or a tourist, or a fucking loser tourist, you're gonna have a bad time. We are starting to get weed lounges, but I haven't been to one of those yet. I feel like that's kind of a douchey thing. I prefer to just get high.
Are you not a drinker? Are you more?
Oh no, I don't drink alcohol or soda. Not because I'm Mormon or anything. It's just I make arbitrary decisions in my life so that my dumb brain will, keep a steady beat. And so I decided I don't need to pay a lot of money for alcohol for something, it's something that just like makes me feel like shit usually because I have low blood sugar. And then soda, kind of the same thing, but also soda's terrible for me and it's slowly killing me. So, fuck that too, I guess. And so I, for like at least I think 7 years now, I haven't had either. Pretty sure. But yeah, I don't drink. I don't drink. Is the point of that story?
Yeah. I'm slowly weaning myself off of fentanyl, but it's hard because it's in everything.
Yeah.
Even Sanka has fentanyl in it now.
Oh man, try buying baby food. Like it's ridiculous the things that they'll throw in there. Just because it's not a real human, they think they can it's like dog food. I don't understand. Oh, I don't know. I won't say a can of Fancy Feast. Those cats they're doing okay.
Yeah. So you sent me a message the other day, and I saw you post online. You're working on the special features for China O'Brien on Vinegar Syndrome.
Yeah. I'm almost done with those. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's been a pain in the ass. because I've had to watch China O'Brien 1 and 2 a lot.
Are they bad?
They're not bad. They're just fine. Well, the problem with China O'Brien and like most of Cynthia Rothrock's American career is the action just can't quite keep up with what she was doing in Hong Kong. And so you watch two whole movies of hers, and there's some good action. They especially like this was a Golden Harvest production, so they had Hong Kong stunt performers helping them, and it is fun to spot the Hong Kong performers because they look a little out of place in the Salt Lake City Park City lensed locations. Speaking of Mormons, but like you watch two movies and it's like, well, I could just watch her like 2 or 3 fights in Millennium Express and be fine, or Millionaires Express. Sorry, Millionaires Express. Stoned. So it gets a little other, like, watch Righting Wrongs. You get a bunch of great Cynthia Rothrock action and also a bunch of great Yuen Biao action and all kinds of other action, people dying left and right, comedy abounds. And in a Cynthia Rothrock movie, you don't get that. Also, she's dubbed in Hong Kong movies. And I think, preface, Cynthia Rothrock, I haven't met her. I sat in front of her at a movie theater once when New York Ninja premiered. That's about it. But I've done a bunch of interviews, or edited a bunch of interviews of hers, and I can say that she seems like just a delightful fucking person. I've heard nothing but great things. She's an amazing martial artist and a great action performer. Not the best actress in the world. And when it's dubbed by another actress in Hong Kong, it's better. It's better.
Maybe. How about like Cynthia Rothrock, dubbed by Gilbert Godfrey? I would watch that.
Fucking die and go to heaven. That sounds amazing. Why is all these people are using AI for such bullshit? Why isn't this a thing? Come on. Fuck.
All right. Well, I see Ralph's back. He's playing on his phone. He's looking at Asian porn.
I bet your listeners love all this music talk, right?
Yeah.
It's Asian male porn. Because, big cocks make me feel inferior. So Asian porn, I feel superior.
That's right. Well, I always say I'm black from the waist down, but in the back. In the front, I'm a 5-year-old Asian with his foot in cold water. But enough about me. And the racist jokes.
Ian, there's another little drama thing. I want to get this done quick. Our certain, that you know who I'm talking about, the one with that free form podcast thing.
What's going on now?
He made a video. Mind you, there's a guy that says he's in therapy now.
Yeah.
He made a video like calling out Mark. Mark Daly has been taking screenshots from the group and sending it to him. So we all knew that. Yeah, we all knew it. But he made a video about it, like, see, Ralph, see, you can't trust Mark Daly. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with Mark Daly sending you screenshots from the group? That's the coolest thing Mark Daly's ever done.
Yeah.
And then he went on to say, Chuck Charles said a lot of shit about you. Now, check it out. Check out why Chuck Charles said shit about me. Get ready for this. Because Chuck Charles was upset with me because I like Cheap Trick more than Oasis. So he went off on me because of that. How am I supposed to feel bad about that? You know what I'm saying? This guy's upset I like Cheap Trick more than Oasis. How does that make me look bad? So
it doesn't.
So this video he made, and by the way, he's a seeing therapist, backfired on him because number one, I don't care. I'm glad that Mark Daly sent you screenshots, and I don't give a fuck what Chuck Charles said about me about this whole thing. That doesn't make me look bad. All I know is that Mark Daly and Chuck Charles aren't lying pieces of shit like you. Thank you. That's all I got to say about that.
Amen, sister.
Yeah.
It's like an all-girl summer camp in here. All this drama.
A lot of drama. The retarded
Little darlings.
The retarded Popeye.
All right. Well, let's get into the rock news, shall we? And Mike, feel free to comment where you want, or just keep talking.
Oh, I'll say stuff because I am a blatant narcissist, so that is no problem.
Oh, God, blatant narcissist, filmmaker, editor, and and German.
And
All
German.
right. Jawohl. This is pretty funny. Ace Frehley says, I'm a sloppy guitar player, but so are Jimmy Page and Keith Richards. To me, that's saying, yeah, I got a small dick, but so does John Holmes. How dare this fucking hack compare himself to Jimmy Page and Keith Richards? Holy shit. What's going on with Ace Frehley, Ralph? Tell me.
I don't know, man. But man, number one, I disagree 100% with you. With you saying, oh, this crap he's releasing now is no different than the crap he's released the last couple albums. I disagree 100%, especially the last one. Holy fuck. I don't know if you heard that one yet.
Which one? The Cherry Medicine?
Yeah. Oh, my. Ooh. You can't tell me that shit sounds like a Miley Cyrus type of song, Totally like crappy pop. It's like now that's the trickster I know when I hear that. There's the trickster, But Walking on the Moon was crap as well. I like 10,000 Volts. The other two songs that are separate from this are complete crap. So far 4 songs on this new album is shit. But again, you never know. I might end up liking the rest. I don't know. All I know is that, boy, it's not a wise move to release those 2 singles before the album comes out. I know our good friend Edward Canastracci heard that Cherry thing and he canceled his order. He canceled.
That's awesome.
He canceled the pre-order. And you think he's the only one that did it? And and the best is Tim Bream. Tim Bream, he's the ultimate sheep. He likes everything. Well, fucking Edward Canastracci put a picture of Ace Frehley, and on the bottom it says, "Up in space, nobody can hear your shitty music." And Tim Bream saw that and said, "Not you guys too."
Oh my God, that's funny. Mike, are you may I call you Mike?
Sure, that's fine.
Or do you prefer Mike? Do you prefer Michael?
I prefer Daddy, but
Daddy.
No, it doesn't matter.
Are you a Kiss fan at all? Do you like Kiss?
There's Kiss songs I like. And I read Gene Simmons' shitty self-help book.
Which one?
About the one where he's like talking about his business skills and shit.
What business skill does Gene Simmons have? The only
according to him, a fuckload.
The only thing he's been successful at is Kiss. Tongue magazine failed. Gene Simmons record failed. The Kiss coffee shop failed. Everything. The Detroit Rock City movie failed. I like it.
To be fair, the coffee thing, that was America failing.
The awesome thing though, I have every issue of Tongue magazine. And there is a virgin that I am going to steal their life savings from and sell that shit on eBay. So I'm happy about that.
You like a good failure from 40 years ago. And I just want to say, you mentioned John Holmes, and I was like, I know that. I watched Hard Soap recently, which is the 1977 Bob Chin directed Mary Hartman parody pornography. Yes. And John Holmes is in there. And man, if you want to see fully erect, all the blood in his body coursing through his cock, John Holmes.
Yes.
Hard Soap. It's a nail biter, man.
I saw one where he's fucking who's the Ivory Soap girl? Marilyn Chambers. And it's like he's shoving like a soft dough of bread into her.
Yeah, it's wild because like you don't realize how often you don't see him fully erect in porn until you see him fully erect and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, that poor woman.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, I don't remember who he fucks in this because again, hi. But like he's trying like she's blowing him and it is a fucking horror show because like he couldn't if he deep throated her, she would die. She would die. I don't know if it'd be from the shock or the fact that her neck exploded, but die. So anyway, Heart Soap, 3.5 out of 5. Great movie.
That's why I only did Asian porn. They have small hands. It makes me look more impressive. All
That's
right.
why I married a like 5'4" chick. Actually no, 5'3", 5'2", 5 foot something. I don't know. She'll probably listen to this because it's ostensibly about Ghost and be very disappointed in me, but that's okay. Hey babe. But yeah, small hands. They're great.
All right. Well, you guys talk about big dicks. I'm going to be right back, and I'm going to go relieve my little baby.
Give me at least one news story. We can
okay. All right.
Yeah, come on, cheap ass.
All right. Jeff Schaefer to undergo medical procedure, and that's going to delay his sentencing in the January 6th surrection. Apparently, he's going to have his head removed from his ass.
Is that John Schaefer's brother, Jeff Schaefer?
Or whatever. John Schaefer, Jeff Schaefer, the Ice Earth asshole. He's trying to get out of his trial by saying he's having a medical procedure. Have fun with that. I'm going to pee.
All right, I'm going to talk with Michael about this.
Who the fuck was that? Who?
It doesn't matter if you know this artist or not, because this is the deal with him. He's supposed to go to jail because he was part of the insurrection. You know, when everybody stormed the White House and stuff.
Yeah.
He was part of it. He even had bear spray with him, you know. And they got on video. They got the whole thing. And this guy is a famous guitar player, and you know the metal world. He's in a band called Ice Earth. They're pretty popular, and he got all macho and he wasn't even pro-Trump. He was like, but he was very against Democrats, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
So he got arrested, like the rest of those schmoes that broke into the place. And then he was in jail for all this time. He's out now, but he's supposed to go back in jail. But anyway, while he's in jail, he got shook down by the FBI and stuff. So they're trying to give him a lesser sentence now, because he's narking on all the people because he was part of a group, an anti-government thing.
Right, yeah.
And so he's given all those people up to get a lesser sentence. And yet there are Ice Earth fans out there going, we support John. You support a rat.
Man, yeah, there's not really a good positive way of spinning that either which way. Yeah, you can't.
Whether you're for Trump or you're against Trump, I don't care what political thing you stand for. If you get caught breaking into the Congress, whatever the fuck, and then you go to jail, and then the FBI, you're trying to cut a deal with the FBI by being a rat, Democrat or Republican, I don't care. You're a rat. Never tell on your friend. Remember Jimmy from Goodfellas?
That's right.
Yeah.
Never rat on your friends.
That's right.
Oh, and then there's isn't the neighboring pizza place in Bob's Burgers? Isn't that Jimmy Pesto? Yeah, Jimmy Pesto. He also got in trouble for January 6th.
So there you go.
I can't wait for the next January 6th, because I am gonna make a fucking fortune. I cannot. Michael, you are a genius. You figured out how to do a Patreon page. I've tried to do one, and I keep having trouble.
Why hasn't this been done?
I know. I need to consult some I'm fucking stupid. Okay. Yeah. But I'm going to go to the next January 6th, no matter who wins or loses. I hope there's some kind of insurrection. I'm going to go there. I'm going to sell bootleg Ice Earth t-shirts, and I'm gonna sell like white pillowcases. I'm just gonna cut out the fucking eyes and shit. I'm gonna make a fucking fortune, and I won't have to beg people for my money.
Yeah,
Shit.
that would be nice. Yeah. Yeah.
All I can say is fuck Jeff Shapers.
Yeah, and fuck the French. God
Fuck
damn it,
Jeff
fucking French.
Shapers and his brother.
All right. Next story. Ralph, did you see footage of Testament from Connecticut? Probably the blackest state in the union. I'm just kidding. They played the Legacy and New Order in their entirety, but which is weird. They played New Order first, then the Legacy. Did you see the footage?
Nope. I didn't even know.
Pretty fucking good, man. Pretty fucking good. They're getting ready to re-release the New Order and the Legacy on vinyl through Nuclear Blast, so they're kind of doing this to promote it. But god damn, they sounded good. Big fan.
Right on.
Michael, are you a fan of thrash metal at all?
It's fine.
All right, thanks for your commentary. All right, next story here. What do we got going on? Oh, Ollie Debro, or Desbro, however the fuck you pronounce this shit. The drummer from Great White. He says it was Jack Russell's solo band playing at that fateful show in Rhode Island, not Great White, and he's tired of Great White getting their name dragged through the mud for that fire where so many people died.
You mean Mark Kendall wasn't there?
Okay, here's the thing he goes into. Mark Kendall was there, but he was hired by Jack Russell to play in Jack Russell's Great White at the time, because apparently Jack Russell was having a hard time selling tickets. That's why he's playing fucking Rhode Island. There's like 20 people in Rhode Island, even though somehow 300 people died at this show.
100. Exactly 100.
Oh, was it? Okay. I'm not good at math. Yeah, he's saying, it sucks that we're tied to this, even though they had nothing to do with it. I can kind of see that because he wasn't the particular drummer at this show. But yeah, it's always going to get assigned to Great White. And is there Great White without Jack Russell? Other than the cool guy who's the new singer we interviewed at Rockin' Pod.
I didn't realize that the main character of Werewolf by Night was in a band.
Well, now you know. But yeah.
And also killed a bunch of people.
Yeah, if you don't know, Michael, I believe it was in late 90s, early 2000s. The former lead singer of Great White was playing a show at this little club in Rhode Island. And they did pyro in this small little shithole bar. And
that's not good.
Yeah, it lit the whole building on fire. And yeah, it was like a shithole bar. The pyro lit the whole place on fire, and like 100 people died.
Oh my god!
Including one of the band members.
Yeah, including the fill-in guitar player.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus titties! What? Oh my god!
There's a documentary about that.
Well, that's what he's bitching about is the documentary, because he says in the documentary they keep saying Great White, Great White. He's like, this was Jack Russell's Great White because the leads.
Was it billed as Jack Russell's Great White though?
Okay, here's the thing. It was billed as Jack Russell's Great White.
Okay.
But in all the promotional, like the flyers and everything, they use an old picture of like real Great White. You know what I mean? To try to get people to show up. And that's why Jack Russell supposedly spent some more money to get, the guitar player to show up and shit like that. I mean, it's a tragedy, It's unfortunate because shit like this should happen at a Nickelback show, not a Great White show.
Don't be so trendy. You got to be true to yourself, Ian. Has to happen to Sammy Hagar fans. Leave Nickelback out of it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. The reason why I didn't say it should happen to Sammy Hagar fans is there's more people at a Nickelback show. Yeah. So I'm all about, if you're gonna get rid of douchebags, get rid of the most. What are you gonna have at a Sammy Hagar show? Like 5 fucking people.
Hey.
That are like a year away from dying anyway. A Nickelback if you kill people at a Nickelback show, you're killing millennials at a younger age that are still like can breathe.
Hey man, Nickelback never ruined Van Halen, so
I don't know. I'm just playing the long game here. Okay, whatever.
I feel like this is my one chance to get canceled, so I'm going to stay out of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh God, you haven't got canceled yet, Mike? Oh, you got to try it.
No.
It's great. You know, Ralph and I got canceled. Great story. So we started the podcast in 2014. It's doing pretty fucking good. We get picked up by an alternative radio station. And we got canceled because we talked about the pleasures of analingus during a Guns N' Roses Use Your Illusions episode. You know, That's our claim to fame. We got canceled before canceled was cool.
I still don't get it. What the hell is wrong with a girl licking your ass? I think it's a beautiful
Nothing. Don't be ashamed.
It's a beautiful thing.
Don't let Michael shame you.
Talent. What?
Yes.
That's fucked up, bro.
So we got.
You ever had your ass licked, Michael?
I don't think so.
It's awesome.
It's not too bad.
It's
not too
awesome.
bad.
I've heard. I have friends who have talked about it.
Yeah. No. I mean, I was raised Catholic. It was a little weird for me at first, you know, but I liked it.
When I used to work at the airport, I used to work with Cuban guys. They used to tell me there's no better feeling than a girl putting her finger up your ass. And I said, now that's a feeling. I don't care how good it is. I don't think I'll go that far. I don't know.
I have a bidet, and
you like it?
Oh man, you angle yourself just right. It's like water power. It's like the film Water Power.
See, it's French. I won't do it. It's French.
I highly recommend a girl stick a finger up your ass, Michael.
Okay, noted. I do have a birthday party coming up, so.
Right on.
Now I know what to tell Casey what to get you.
Hey, Michael, see if she can fist you.
Hey, come on.
I mean, she does have very small hands.
Yeah, a little Vaseline.
All right, I'll stay out of it.
I once watched a friend get spit roasted while watching a movie, and
boy or girl?
Boy.
Ooh.
No, wait.
What movie? Was it a Police Academy movie?
I don't remember what movie we were watching. I don't remember what movie we were watching, but
you just took me out of the story. I needed to know what movie. Was it a Michael Bay film?
Oh no, but that would. Oh my God, Bad Boys 2 and a spit roasting. Holy shit. 4DX baby.
Oh, all right. I'm hard. Next story. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, Alex Van Halen's autobiography Brothers due out in October. What do you think? Is this gonna be like an exclusive tell-all, like some weird shit's gonna come out, or do you think it's gonna be a puff piece? What do you think, Ralph?
I made a news story about it. I put up tonight.
Right.
I said, I hope he bashes on Sammy. But you know, if he bash on Sammy, he's gonna bash on Dave. But hey, man, bash on Dave all you want. Just bash on Sammy, please. Explain why you won't call him back. You know, after years and years of him going to the press telling people he doesn't want to play, he doesn't want to talk to me, he doesn't want to be my friend. For years and years, hopefully Alex will say, well, maybe if you didn't write so much bullshit in your book, I'd talk to you still. You know what I'm saying?
Well, one thing I'm interested in hearing, I don't know if it'll be touched upon in the book, but I've heard a rumor for years that, you know, right before the breakup, Alex was engaged to this chick and Dave fucked her. Oh, wow. And supposedly Dave fucked her to like prove to Alex that she was a whore and he shouldn't marry her.
Right.
And so I'd be interested to see if this gets touched. And I know a guy in real life that did the same thing. You know, his buddy was about ready to marry this whore and he knew she was a hooah. And he's like, he fucked her, you know, and he lost, you know, the dude like, you know, wasn't his friend anymore. But he did it to try to show him like, hey, don't throw your life away on this girl. She's not worth it. you know. So I hope that's in there. I'd read that shit. But yeah, as long as he talks shit about Sammy.
Yeah, who knows?
What do you think about this, Mike? Get off of your Instagram. What do you think about this? Are
First
you a
off,
Van Halen fan?
First off, I was on Messenger because I have a lot of friends, and it's a Monday night, and that's what happens on Monday nights, man. Uh, I don't. What did Van Halen do?
They had a song called "Jump." Are you?
You're gonna have to
Are
sing
you
it for me, man.
okay? Might as well jump. I'm not as enthusiastic as Dave
Yeah,
Grohl.
I got my back against the record machine.
Yeah, he knows that one.
Know what I mean? Might as well jump.
Do you have a preference
Huh.
between David Lee Roth or Sammy Hagar?
Um, David Lee Roth.
There you go. Right answer. You can
All right, winner, chicken dinner.
and you can
All right.
stay on the show now.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
great.
Do you know how much money that you are going to get off of this? Everybody support whatever cause he's got. He picked Dave, so he wins. All right. Next story.
Do I give
Anything
y'all the
worth-
check now, or is that like a...
Oh God.
Oh, we're still on. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We're still on. Let's see. All right. This is a sad one. Ralph, give me a D.
D,
Give me an E.
E,
Give me an A.
A,
Give me a D.
D.
The drummer from Helix is dead
Oh,
at 68.
damn, that's sad.
Yeah, I know. Only Helix fans will get that joke. Mike,
I
don't
get
feel
it
bad.
now. Yeah. I didn't know. It's a good one. That's a good one. Rock.
Is this what it's like when I describe Pinkuega to people?
Yeah.
Like, I
Yes.
feel like that's the feeling I'm having right now, and I feel really
Yes.
bad for a lot of my friends.
Oh, don't worry. Your friends won't watch this. They've got much better things to do. Yeah. The drummer from Helix died at 68. 68's a good life, but fuck it, I'm gonna be 50. So if I got 18 more years of this kind of like dick and fart jokes, I'll be happy. I won't complain. Ralph, have you heard any of the two new Black Crow singles from their upcoming album?
No, I have not.
Not bad. Not bad. Not great.
Okay.
Mike, are you a Black Crows fan?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, you've never even heard of the band the Black Crows?
No.
That's awesome. I like that. That's
What?
right on. Right on. That's
Makes them sound racist though. I don't know.
no.
Hey, I don't see color. I just see a bird with a weird beak.
Well, yeah. Well, there's no,
I just realized that actually could come off as racist. I was just going for random humor. That actually could cascade into... Never mind. I'm sure they're great.
Dude, nobody you know will listen or watch this, so you're covered.
Oh, it's
man.
not them. They're all racist. But I'm talking about like the normies.
You have carte blanche.
That's not true. My friends who listen to this, because they love me and support me, this is just who I am, and this is who you are, and you need to accept that.
All right. Well, Robert Plant. You ever heard of Led Zeppelin, Mike?
Oh yeah, I know that one. They do the fantasy songs.
Yes. Robert Plant recently performed a song he famously says he detests, Stairway to Heaven, and says that it's probably the last time he'll ever play it. Did you watch the footage, Ralph?
I liked it. I thought he did an okay job on it.
I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of Robert Plant's solo work. It was definitely scaled back. You could tell this is a 70-year-old man trying to sing one of the most classic songs of all time. But I liked it. Yeah, hillbilly from Birmingham, England. But Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. The way they did, the arrangement of it definitely dialed it down. Um, but it was good. You know, I was like, man, keep doing it like that. I'd be happy.
Yeah.
You know, but his whole thing about like, oh, I don't like the lyrics to it now. I don't relate to it. So Michael will understand. That'd be like a Scorsese, like, oh, I don't relate to Taxi Driver, and what I said, it's like, get the fuck out of here.
Well,
you know?
but I mean, Scorsese would be talking about an actual art form, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, ouch.
No,
I don't. I that was just. I decided I would shoot across the bow to just music in general. I'm just gonna denounce music.
Wouldn't you
Yeah.
equate Robert Plant like bashing on Stairway to Heaven with you, Ian, buying those Van Hagar albums and then later saying, "Oh, I don't like this," but you bought them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got me there.
Did you like
But
Poison too? Or am I
but
wrong?
what's that?
Didn't you like Poison? Maybe I'm wrong on that one.
Uh, like is a strong word.
Well, I know there was something else you liked back then and that you hated now.
Oh, I liked all kinds of fucking shit. I
That
still
you
love
hate
Culture
now.
Club.
That you hate now.
Oh. No, actually, there's not as much that I hate now. I mean, I pretty much like what I like.
All right. Well, Van Hagar's one.
Yeah, that's again, Van Hagar wasn't something that I liked, but it's something like I kept trying to force feed myself something, hoping I would like it, and I just never got into it.
Next story.
All right, next story. What do we got? We got to get into Ghost real soon, or Mike's gonna leave.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just like hearing two men talk about stuff.
I think I rented that and forgot to rewind it. Let's see. What do we got? Okay. Here's the thing. This is kind of we'll do this last story, and then we'll get into Ghost. But did you see that AC/DC announced their new bass player?
Yeah. What was
Yeah.
he? He was in the Cult, or what band was he in again?
He played with the Cult. He played with Jane's Addiction.
Jane's Addiction.
He is to bass playing what Matt Sorum is to drumming. He can play the instrument, but nothing stands out. And I think that's a pretty piss poor replacement for Cliff Williams. And is it even AC/DC with just Brian Johnson and Angus Young?
No.
And are you interested in seeing it?
No, but it's gonna still sell a lot of tickets because we are the hardcores. We don't matter. The general public matters, and they love that shit. And they'll go see AC/DC, and they are fools that'll walk out of that show going, "I just saw AC/DC. Look, I saw AC/DC with Axl Rose and Cliff Williams. All right, awesome show. I didn't leave there saying I saw AC/DC. You know why? Because Malcolm Young wasn't there. I felt the same way when I saw Blow Up Your Video tour. I was like, dude, it's not AC/DC without Malcolm Young. I can even though nobody's better than Phil Rudd in the drummer seat, nobody's better than Phil Rudd. But no. Malcolm is the original. Malcolm is the guy that started the band. You know what I mean? A little more special.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going out now. It's like Angus Young, Brian Johnson, and friends.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I'm torn on it. Like, if it came around and it was on a weekend, I would go. Am I going to take a day off of work to go see it? No. But I think he's like a piss poor replacement, for Cliff Williams. I mean, come on. It's just sad. I think they should stop. I mean, from what I heard, what they did at that Coachella show, I wasn't impressed at all. I thought, Brian Johnson sounded like shit. I thought Angus sounded slow. Uh, just not interested. You know, I got to see AC/DC back in the day twice, both times with Malcolm Young.
Just remember it like that, because you know what? In the end, if they do go out, they'll make a hell of a lot of money, and they will pack every place they play. So by saying, they should just give it up. No, man, let them go. I ain't gonna go, but let people enjoy themselves and go watch this tribute band. Whatever. I don't care. People want to see that. People want to see AC/DC no matter what.
You know, I feel like I keep going back to Police Academy, but it's like a Police Academy movie without Steve Guttenberg. You know, it's just it's not the same.
Yeah, without Malcolm, it's not the same.
Yeah, you want to see Police Academy, but you get Police Academy 7, Mission in Moscow.
Oof.
Yeah, not the same.
I never seen
Michael, are you a AC/DC fan at all?
Yeah, they're the big balls guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, big balls.
Yeah.
Big balls. Which did you see the performance of what Foo Fighters did in New Zealand, and Jack Black came out and sang Big Balls?
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Well, before we lose Michael, enough news. Enough news. Let's get into why we're here, which is Ghost. And I'm such a huge fan of Michael's, and I've seen multiple videos where he's wearing a Ghost T-shirt. So we're gonna find out: is he really a Ghost fan, or is he wearing his wife's T-shirt here? You know, we're gonna.
I mean, I might as well be, honestly. She really wants to fuck Tobias Forge.
Well, who doesn't? Who does? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
You know, if that nose is any indication of what's down below, you know.
You know, sometimes if the nose is big enough, it can actually do all the work for you.
There you go.
Yeah.
But Michael, how did you discover Ghost, and what do they mean to you? And are you a big fan?
I am a big fan. I listen to Ghost a lot. I think I want to say that it's because my friend Roger, who's Dr. Deathface in the film Dr. Deathface, coming out at some point, he would always wear a Ghost shirt and he would listen to Ghost. So I think I probably found out from him, and then I spread that disease to my wife. And I introduced her to Ghost. And yeah, we both just listen to Ghost a lot. I don't really know. We've been to 2 Ghost concerts. One of them was the one in LA this last tour. I don't remember where the other one was because, man, I have smoked a lot of weed while you two talked about gibberish. But yeah, we have a bunch of shirts and shit and like their music and buy things involving them. And my wife wants to fuck Tobias Forge. So she basically wants to fuck an entire band
of nameless ghouls.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's like, I imagine in her head, it's basically it's like a really fucked up hentai. It's like Bible Black, but it's all ghouls. And they're just, actually, I don't know if they didn't really have a lot of tentacles in Bible Black. So something with tentacles, and just, coming out from them robes and shit and just tearing her up. I think that's what she imagines would happen.
Is that the thing, because they're nameless ghouls and you just see like the mask, and it could be Rudy Giuliani under there. You don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just that my wife's a pervert. I'm going to be honest with you. That seems like the primary incentive for many of her words.
Awesome. Ralph, how did you discover Ghost?
Through his whore girlfriend. Wife.
Hey, that's my wife.
Yeah,
my whore wife.
Yeah. Before I get into Ghost, when they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, it's like, what do you mean? Like, if you go to Vegas and you kill somebody, you get away with it? Of course not. They'll go over state lines, grab you, and take you back to Vegas. But what they mean by what happens in Vegas to stay in Vegas is that the prostitutes there will fuck you and not tell your wife. Unlike those small town whores that are always gossiping at the hairdresser saying, "Oh, your husband is John Taylor? Oh, I fuck him for money." I just stole that from Norm Macdonald. Rest in peace, Norm. He was awesome. All right, Ghost. This is how I discovered the Ghost, and it's a very funny story. when I used to rehearse for my band in a place in Opa-locka, where all everyone had like different bands and the whole thing. And there was a death thrash band called Devastator that went to Milwaukee. I think it was Milwaukee Metal Fest, and that's where I think Ghost debuted there because they were just a brand new band. They played there, and these guys came back praising them, how awesome this band they saw called Ghost. And then they got the record, played it. I loved it. I went out and bought it. And then they became really popular. And the Black Thrash Band was like, "Oh, Ghost sucks," because they became popular.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
But that's how I discovered them. I loved the first album. The second album came out. I fucking hate it. I was like, "Fuck this band." I thought it was crap. The third album, which is amazing, by the way, Melanormia, whatever it's called, I didn't even bother to check it out. Didn't even bother. Then I heard Rats off Prequel, and I absolutely loved it. Made me go out and buy Prequel, and then I bought all of them, even the second one. That Melanormia album is a fucking amazing. Great album, great rebound. In the last two albums, they became very poppy. But I like it. It's a different direction, but to me, it's kind of like a heavy metal ABBA. And not even heavy metal, because they're not even metal. Not even the early stuff I consider metal. It's like Blue Oyster Cult type shit. It's hard rock, But yeah, I like their ABBA direction, though I don't like the last album as much as Prequel, but it's got its like Kaisarian, I think is one of their greatest songs ever. Well, yeah, and but I stand by the first album. Will always be my favorite. Then Melanora, then Prequel, then the last one, and my least favorite is what is it? In the Butt of Somebody? I don't know. That second album.
You can't pronounce their fucking albums. That's the thing that sucks.
But yeah, I hate that second. I still hate it. But it's got Circular Haze and Year Zero and Monstrous Clock. It's got 3 good tracks on it, but the rest is just horseshit.
All right. Well, I first saw him talked about, online, and I saw the album cover and I just, heard they were from Sweden. So I'm immediately like, this is some church burning shit, that I probably wouldn't like. But then I saw a lot of, bands that I respect and like were singing their praises. So I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. And, especially when I heard all these comparisons to Blue Oyster Cult, which I love so much, I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And man, that first album is still, like, I think to a lot of metalheads, the first album we hold sacred and we're like, yeah. They got everything right there. And, even though it's, a lot of people compare them to Blue Oyster Cult and Merciful Fate, which in a way, I don't think they sound like either band.
I hear Blue Oyster Cult. I hear no Merciful Fate.
Yeah, I also hear Blue Oyster Cult. So I have no, I'm not good at this.
I do hear it.
But, like, I think I can see more Blue Oyster Cult musically. Merciful Fate more like lyrical wise and lyrical content, a lot of devil worship shit, which is great. Anything that gets this younger generation into Satan, I'm all about. Anything that leads people away from Christianity, and toughens up these fucking millennials or Gen Z motherfuckers, that think they're hard but they're soft as baby shit.
Hard.
Get into Satan.
I love Satan.
Yeah, see, tough guy over here. But man, I love that first album, and I think with the comparisons as far to Blue Oyster Cult is they do a really good like creepy mellow. Like you said, they're not like metal, they're not like thrash, but there's a heaviness and just like a darkness to them. Like Don't Fear the Reaper is not fucking metal, but there's just something so dark and perfect about it, and that's how a lot of Ghost is. So I get that. Love the first album. Ralph, I was kind of like you. The second album came out, and I was like, "Ah, what the fuck? What happened here?" And I kind of go up and down, but we'll get into it when we go through the discography. But it's a band, I'm still a fan of. I believe in. I'm worried about like the current trend they're on, even though I understand it. But fuck it. Let's start out with the first album, which is, like every fucking album. How do I pronounce this shit? Opius and Eponymous. Yeah, their greatest fucking album, in my opinion. It's heavy in all the right places, but it's got the melody. It's got my favorite fucking Ghost song of all time, which is Satan's Prayer. But a lot of other classics on it. And I think this one deserves all the praise that they got early on. What do you think of the debut album, Michael?
Oh, the debut. Oh, right. Okay. So I was bringing up their discography because I'm not good at albums. I'm good at songs. I'm not really
That's
good
all
at
right.
songs either, but I listen to Spotify. I'm a piece of shit. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Oh, don't
Uh,
tell me that. Don't tell me that.
it's convenient, and I'm a cheap fucking whore.
I bet you stream too, don't you?
I do stream. Yeah, I do stream. It's true. It's true. Stream a lot. I stream almost every fucking day. Hear that,
he's
Dad?
he's half streamer on his mother's side.
Um, no, yeah, Satan's Prayer is good. Ritual's great. I mean, Stand by Him.
Great song.
I remember being pretty good. I haven't heard that in a while, but it's a good album. I think you know, it gives you a good intro to these guys and preps you before they go full on bananas.
Right on. Uh, is it your favorite Ghost album or?
Oh, absolutely not. No.
Absolutely not. All right, Ralph. First album you already said you think it's your favorite? What do you love about it?
It is my favorite. Satan Prayer and Ritual are my favorites. I love Elizabeth on that album. I like the cover of the bonus track, the cover of Here Comes the Sun.
Yeah,
I dug that
good
too.
one.
I think it's excellent. Yes, I think they have not topped it. They've done some great stuff after, but no. As far as beginning to end, that first album, what is it called? Scooby Doo and Friends? Whatever. It's like their best fucking album, man. Love it.
All right. Well, you already said you don't care much for their second album, and I'm gonna butcher this fucking shit. Infestif Inhuman.
Infestis sumam.
What he said, Ralph. What is your issue with this album?
I just think the songs are weak. They're not really fleshed out. Some of the songs sound promising, but then they go nowhere. Kind of like Carnival of Souls from Kiss. Oh my God. Some of those songs sound like they could have been much better if they were fleshed out a little more. And that's how I feel this album is. Now,
Yeah, I agree with that.
Year Zero is amazing, though.
Yeah, Year Zero and Secular Haze are great.
Yeah, and
then I honestly could not even begin to imagine humming any of the other ones. I can't sparse them.
It's forgettable. It's just not.
Which is weird for Ghost to be forgettable. Yeah.
Monsters Clock I like too, but yeah, the rest was just like songs that did nothing for me. And I've given that. I even bought it on vinyl, trying to get into it. It's not working. Still not working. It's my least favorite Ghost album.
All right, Michael. Expand about any thoughts you might have on this one. Was this like when you came into him, or you already knew him by this album?
I'll be honest, I don't remember. You know what? I don't think I actually knew about them until, gosh, probably maybe when Square Hammer came out.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I don't get into things when they start, really. If you can't tell by the fact that all the movies I love are from like 30 years prior to my birth. That's not true. 20 years, sometimes 5. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I lost the thread again. I'm sorry. This is
Yeah,
gonna I can't wait for the reviews. You're gonna get a ton, and they're not gonna be great.
All
whatever.
right.
Fuck the
Uh,
review. Michael, I got a
uh,
question for you because Ian touched upon this before we got you on here. Ian brought up one of my favorite movies. Yeah, Death Row Game Show. You're aware of that one, right?
Yeah.
God, I love that movie. I saw that movie at a real cheap theater in the 80s, and like it just came and went, and nobody ever talked about it. I would tell people about it till it was released on DVD. I got it on Blu-ray now, but what a great stupid ass movie, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I only watched the first 20 minutes.
Oh, you didn't watch it all.
Not because it was bad or anything. I have this problem where like because I'm married with a child, I never finish things. I don't say never, but I rarely finish things that I start, and that was one that just fell to the wayside. I'm pretty sure it is one of the Blu-rays, right, that I have, I think.
Yeah, you should
I
watch
need
it.
I need less Blu-rays because I shouldn't be confused as to which titles I own.
Give it another chance. You ever seen it, Ian?
yeah, of course. I got it. I bought it because of you, and that's how I found Vinegar Syndrome as a distributor. And fast forward a little bit, I get really into these boutique labels who are putting out movies that that I care about, and that's how I found Michael's channel. Was through that. Um, Let me ask you this, Michael. I know we're getting sidetracked here, but fuck
Yeah,
it.
it's
We're
okay.
all drunk, high, everything. Um, Best decade for film.
Best decade for film. Oof. Um, I mean, I want to say the 70s. I feel like that's the default answer.
But
Um,
it is.
Actually, it's the correct answer.
but I would also say that you could make a strong case for the 30s. Um, and a strong case for the 60s, I suppose. So I would say the 60s is the most important. I mean, aside from, I guess, the 10s for the sake of existing, I guess, but um, I would say that the 60s were the most transformative for film. Oh, well, that's actually, and that's no longer maybe true. The 60s were the most transformative until, I guess, the 2020s or 2010s. I guess it's tough, but yeah, 2010s, yeah, I guess would be the other time that the most
Really,
change occurred.
for
Uh,
the better.
uh, yay, nay. It's 50-50. Uh, that's more of an industrial change, um, which is not great, but also good. That's how most of
Mm.
this worked. Like the 60s, it's the same thing. You get more indie productions, kind of fucking up the system. And in that instance, it worked out really well, but that's not guaranteed to always happen.
When
Uh,
did the Hayes Code end? Was that the
that was
60s?
30 no, sorry. 40 I feel like it was. So the problem is the Hayes Code, I don't remember the exact time, like it was just ended, but it kind of just fell apart over time.
Right.
So that's not a core memory for me. Um, but it was like 50s, early mid 60s. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just watching like last night. I was watching the 4K of Rosemary's Baby. And I was talking to my wife. I was like, man, a few years before this, you couldn't even have a scene where like Mia Farrow says, "Let's make love," and then
Yeah.
you got nudity and shit like that. I think
Yeah.
I tend to agree with Ralph, where Ralph hates the '80s. I love the '80s. Like I
Well, wait. Let me clarify. I hate anything after '84.
right.
Up to '84 was awesome.
but like I'm an '80s kid. I love like Canon films, New World Pictures kind of shit. I grew up on that. Like I was raised by HBO and shit like that. But as far as I look at the '70s. You got Scorsese and Coppola and Frankenheimer and you know shit like that. I think that really kind of the new guard. Uh, taken over. I think the '90s was important because, of course, you had Tarantino and you had more like independent shit. Uh, you know, but I don't know. Lately, I'm so like I don't know. It's like nothing speaks to me, and I feel bad even saying that because I watch every fucking comic book movie that comes out. But
Ah, so you're a piece of shit. Okay.
yeah, I'm a piece of shit. But I'm not inspired by it. You know what I mean? To me, it's not cinema. It's popcorn shit. But that's what I love. Like watching. When I watch Fatal Future. Like I totally get what you're. You know, uh, lampooning and what you're making fun of and having fun with, and even the head. Where when I watch the head, I see like the shot on video kind of shit. I get all like the cool throwback shit and stuff. Um, but man, shit that comes out now, I'm just like,
I mean, I
I
would
don't.
I would fight back with that a little and say that there's always been like this is definitely the most like transformational like big genre push in cinema history. Part of that's just down to streaming is bigger, social media is bigger. It's just things are kind of coming to an end for that formula. Um, and but we've like if you look at the 50s, for example, actually 30s through the 50s, westerns. Oh my God, a lot of westerns, and we talk about a lot of great ones. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of pieces of shit that you'll find in a dollar bin from that period of time. Some real fucking garbage. Um,
That all-star John Wayne. I hate
yeah,
John
yeah, there are this like 50 John Wayne classics. There's 50, and they have John Wayne. I'll give you that.
Wayne.
I
Um,
like True
John
Grit.
John Wayne was a fag.
John Wayne was a fag, but I like True Grit. That was a good one. That's when he like really stayed in the closet and acted like a man.
yeah, I mean, anytime he was with John Ford was pretty okay. Uh, but that's working with John Ford. Um, fuck, what were we talking about?
Who
Uh,
knows? We're high. We'll go on to the next Ghost album.
all right, what's
Uh,
next?
the next Ghost album was actually an EP called "If You Have Ghosts," and man, Ghost has put out a shit ton of EPs that are cover EPs, and this one was no exception. And oh, I forgot to say what I thought about "In Your Fisturum" or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, when it first came out, I was like, eh. I loved. What's the songs off of that one? Let me look real quick here. Good old Wikipedia. Yeah, Year Zero to me is the fucking standout. Um, and man, that's kind of like a lot of people love Monstrous Clock. I like Monstrous Clock live, not as much on the album. Even Secular Haze, it's like, eh. Yeah, the second album, I like it more than you did, Ralph, but it took me a while to get into it. But then we get into If You Have Ghosts, and I really love the title track, If You Have Ghosts, by Rourke Erickson, who was in the 13th Floors, and some other very influential ZZ Top, loved his shit, real good shit. But then you got him covering fucking ABBA, and
Oh,
I
don't.
love that.
you know, and
ABBA's one of the greatest bands of all time. You shut your
uh,
fucking mouth.
Yeah,
okay, well, you
yeah.
and Ralph could have
There
fun
you
with that.
go. There you go. To me, ABBA is the greatest pop band that ever existed. And
I think
I'm
there's
a
a strong
marionette.
argument for that.
I'm a marionette is awesome. And you know who's uncredited on that song? Ian?
Oh, Ace Frehley.
David Grohl on drums.
Just another reason to hate the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it did do much. And, and they covered Depeche Mode. Hey, I love Depeche Mode. Didn't like their cover. And to me, it was just kind of like lighting the fucking loafers. And I felt like they were going lighter when they should have stayed darker. But I'm not the guy to ask because it definitely worked out for them. Popularity wise, monetarily, same thing with Metallica. And I'll compare them to Metallica a lot because, once they did something a little lighter and it brought them to a broader audience, they expanded on it, and they lost me, but they gained 1,000 times more. So
all us fucking
what
pedants.
the fuck do I know? And I'm not one of those, like, some people hang on to bands like, oh, that was my band and that was my special secret and now people know my secret and I don't like it anymore. And it's not that, it's like the bands that I love, I want them to get big, but I want them to get big for the right reasons, not because they change their sound to be more palatable, for, people from Michigan, and Idaho can like, oh, I can relate to that. No, stay weird, stay fucking, satanic, and stay, somewhat heavy.
Stay frosty.
Yeah, stay frosty. What did you think of If They Have Ghosts, Ralph? Did you like that EP?
Yeah. Is that
Fag.
all on it? Wasn't there another song after Depeche Mode?
Let's see.
Secular Haze is also on it, live.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, a live version of Secular Haze. Crucified by Army of Lovers, which I do like that song.
That's a great one. Yeah.
I
didn't realize that was a cover.
Yeah, that's by Army of Lovers. I'm a Marionette by ABBA. Waiting for the Night by Depeche Mode, and a live version of Secular Haze.
Okay.
But yeah, when that came out, I was like, it kind of didn't pick me out of the haze that I got into with the second album. But you liked it, right, Ralph?
Yeah, I did enjoy it.
All right, Mike, were you aware of this release? Was this something you listened to?
No, I wasn't aware of this release. I don't pay attention to that.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. All right,
I don't care. I just like the music, what sounds good and has fancy lyrics like.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sacrifice my time so that you two can keep talking music, and I'm going to go take just a long-ass piss. Just the longest piss. I will return. Please continue talking about your bullshit.
Yeah, we'll come back with questions. All right. Well, the next album, I believe it's pronounced Meloria. It's Latin for the pursuit of something better, which I absolutely believe it was, because to me, they regained it on this album.
Big time.
It's still nowhere near, the debut album, but I dug it, man. I mean, that the first single and video was how do you pronounce Cercis or Cersei?
Yeah, the best.
Oh my God, is that one good? And From the Pinnacle to the Pit,
amazing.
Yeah, killer fucking album. But then you got something like I know a lot of people love it, but He Is.
Love it.
Yeah, to me that one does nothing for me. And I saw him play it live, and I'm just like, oh God, this was a piss break, but I didn't even have to piss. But overall, it's a good album. Better than the second, but not as good as the first. What do you think, Ralph?
I love it. Yes, I agree. It's not as good as the second album, but it's my second favorite album they did. I love Spirit, Mummy Dust.
Yeah.
Series is the best song on there. From the Pinnacle to the Pit, that bass on there. Sickeningly awesome. And He Is, man. He Is, to me, is like my second favorite.
Really?
I absolutely love it. And I love the video where he's kind of like a Jim Jones type character. I think Melonoria is a fucking fine album, man. And I as I said earlier, I didn't even look into this album when it was new. It was going back after a prequel that I realized, whoa, this is a damn great album, you know, because the second album turned me off so much, I stopped listening to the Ghost till I heard the song Rats. So, bottom line, my second favorite album, absolutely love Melanoria.
Yeah.
Meliora.
Yeah, like he said. What do you think of this one? Is this one you have in your collection, or
I
you
don't
just listen to
own
it on
albums,
Spotify?
you fucking
I know, I'm an
nerd.
elitist.
No, I legitimately I thought about collecting records for a while, and then I was like, no, that's a bad idea. It's a terrible idea for you, Michael.
Oh, it's a money pit. It's
Yeah.
worse than fucking movies.
Yeah, I already couldn't handle the movies. Like I don't
Especially if you
know.
go vinyl, like we
Yeah.
do. It's terrible.
So I don't own any records. Well, I own a copy of Ziggy Stardust, but that's just because I wanted to fuck David Bowie.
On vinyl or cassette?
Vinyl.
Oh, okay. You're still cool.
um, but Meliora, I think is fantastic. I really like. I think my wife is the one that doesn't like Mummy Dust, but I really like Mummy Dust. Um, and you know, Cerise, from the Pinnacle to the Pit. Um, others is that does that have Square Hammer?
No.
On later editions, but not on the
Okay,
initial release.
gotcha.
But we'll take that as a segue because Square Hammer was originally on the EP that followed this album up, and that EP was called Pope Star. Had Square Hammer, Nocturnal Me, Echo and the Bunnymen cover, I believe, Simeon Mobile Disco cover, Missionary Man by the Eurythmics, and Bible and Imperturant cover. I'm horrible at pronouncing shit. I found this collection to be a little bit better than If We Have Ghost. I liked more songs, but to me, it was still moving in the wrong direction. It was a little bit more commercial for my tastes, and even further getting away from the debut album. Are you familiar with this EP at all, Michael?
Yeah, I think Pope Star's a really strong EP. I think you're being a little bitch.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, all good songs. Actually, I say that I don't remember Bible. I might just not be remembering the title because again, I just listen to the music.
It's the weakest song.
Okay, that makes sense then. But you know, as an EP, really good, and of course has Square Hammer, which is a fucking bop. And one of the more isn't like the NFL, don't they use Square Hammer a lot or something?
Yeah, that and Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne.
That's fucking hilarious. That's amazing. What a fucking world to live in. What, you can't write this shit.
Ralph, what do you think of Pope Star?
I love it. And I will say, even though it's a cover, the greatest song that, even better than anything off the first Ghost album, is the song.
Wow. Is what?
The song Bible.
Wow.
I think it's all right. I can't say it's the best Ghost song because they didn't write it, but it's the best thing they ever recorded, in my opinion. I think the song is fucking amazing. And of course, I love Square Hammer. Well, a plug for Wayne Noon and his band Severed Angel, who did a cover of Square Hammer, and they did a damn fine job of it. And God, I love it. I love this Pope Star album. I think all songs are good, especially Bible.
All right, Ralph. Well, why don't you take the next release, which is their fourth full-length studio album, Prequel, I believe it's pronounced.
My third favorite. I love this album. I love the direction they took, which is more pop. Sounds like ABBA to me. Very ABBA in a lot of these songs. And Rats. When I heard Rats for the first time, that got me back into Ghost. Because I just gave up on them on the first album. I didn't listen to Memoria, but I heard the second one. turned me off till I heard Rats, and then I went back and I even bought, the EPs as well. I actually have the whole full collection of Ghost. But the song Rats, the song Faith is really good. What else is on that album? Pro Memoria. Oh man, do I love that one. And then Which Image is really cool because it's a pop song, but it's a pop song with lyrics like, someone's flesh is rotting tonight in the graveyard and stuff. Like adding lyrics like that, to a pop song. It's so awesome, I think. And yeah, I love Life Eternal on it. And I love Dance Macabre. I love that damn song. The big hit.
Dance Macabre fucks hard.
I love that damn song. And yeah, absolutely love Prequel, my third favorite Ghost album.
All right, Michael, what do you think?
This might be my favorite, honestly. Like just by virtue of just the hits ratio for me. And of course Rats is fucking fantastic. Love Rats so much. That video, I fell in love. I fell in love with that fucking Cardinal Copia. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sweet Jesus Christ. I know what my wife sees in this man. So that's a big part of it for me, I guess. Although I don't know, I'm thinking I really like Imperia though.
All right. Well, I'll take this one. There's moments I love on this. I mean, I've got, I bought it on vinyl right away when it came out. So I'm a hipster douchebag. But, like we all said, Rats is one of the fucking best songs they ever did. Faith, I would put right behind it. Amazing. But then there's shit like Dance Macabre, and I cannot stand that fucking song. To me, that is like totally where they should not go, but it shows you what the fuck I know because it was a big hit and people liked it, but it is not what I want from them. To me, that's like, Metallica, Hero of the Day type shit, just like, where in the fuck did this come from? This radio fucking garbage. I mean, I get that it's catchy, but so is HPV,
Fucking comic book guy over here.
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. But I still like the album overall. But I saw where they were going. And I saw where it was taking them, so I'm happy for them. Because I've seen them 3 times. The first 2 times we were in clubs. The second time, or the third time, I think, was on this tour. And they were in a much bigger arena, so, it's working for them. But it's just not what I want. But one thing I will say, if you go see a Ghost show, they're amazing. I mean, they know how to market and manipulate everything. The whole, the makeup, the stage show. Another thing I think that's important we haven't talked about yet is the videos that they put out. Every time a new album's coming out, they got the YouTube videos where it's the new Cardinal or the new, the new Papa and shit like that. They're all great fucking videos. And it does kind of the same thing for us from, that were around in the 90s with Pantera. Those Pantera home videos brought a whole new level of fans. And I think with Ghost, it did the same thing. People watch these awesome, well-produced, done videos. You get the songs, you get the visuals. It's a total package. I just hate when the music gets lighter. And I get it, they're from fucking Sweden, and they all love ABBA and all that fucking bullshit. But
fuck yeah, they do.
Yeah, I just like the darker shit myself and stuff like, if they wrote, I wish they were almost like AC/DC and every song sounded like Saint Sprayer. I'd be fucking happy. I'd be like, oh great, another Ramones, another AC/DC. But again, I'm in the minority because they just keep getting bigger and bigger with this lighter, pussier sound. But you know,
See, that's the
whatever.
difference between you and me. I like the pussy.
Yeah, you like the pussy. Me, I love the cock. I love the big veiny cock. Oh shit, my wife just set off the car alarm. So let's go to the next one. Oh god, it really goes downhill from here. They released a 2-track EP, 7 Inches of Satanic Panic, which featured the songs "Kiss the Go-Goat" and "Mary on a Cross." Holy fucking shit. You know, and this Mariana Cross shit became a huge like TikTok thing. And like I said, I'm still on MySpace. I get on the computer, I play Oregon Trail. I'm fucking old, you know. This Mariana Cross shit. Oh my god, does that shit suck? And so does TikTok. God damn it. And people with like TikTok attention spans. I hope you all fucking die, you French fucks. But that's just me. That's just me. Ralph, were you a fan of this 45?
Not initially. I hated it, but I ended up loving "Kiss the Goat." I don't like the other one though, "Mary on the Cross." I still don't like that one, but "Kiss the Goat." When I finally got it, I was like, "Oh, I get this." I hated it because the first time I heard it, it sounded kind of like predictable to me. It's like, all right, you're getting a little too carried away with this satanic shit. But then when it got to me, I was like, dude, keep going with the satanic shit. I love that satanic shit. Kiss, kiss, kiss the goat. I love it. I love that song, but that's the song they don't play live, but they play "Mary on the Cross" live.
Of course I do.
But yeah, I still can't get into that tune.
All right, Michael, let me down. What do you think of this shit?
Oh, I will. I think I think it's great. I mean, it's only it's only 2 songs, so whatever. But I think they're both great songs. I would say "Kiss the Go-Goat" is arguably the best of the 2, but I think "Mariana Cross" is really nice to listen to as well. So I don't know. I'm just a normie, dog. I'm just a normie, man, dog, man.
Goddamn millennials.
Yeah,
All right. Well, one thing we forgot to mention, or I should say I forgot to mention, was in between these, they released the live album, Ceremony and Devotion, I think was the name of it. Not bad. You can tell there's some studio magic, but there's some good shit. But Ghost, I mean, you gotta see him live. I mean, you see him live.
That's true, yeah.
And it's a fucking fantastic show. And I don't care what era, I'd still go see him now. You know, they came around here. Fuck yeah, I'm going to go show. You're going to be entertained. It's going to sound good.
Tobias Forge is going to be all sexy, strutting around the fucking stage in his tight pants.
Yeah. You know, you're going to be surrounded by kids who are going to be triggered if you fucking, fart. But, other than that, it's fucking awesome. But then we'll go into the last studio album. We still have an EP coming up, but the last studio album they put out, Imperia. Now, this is the one that they fucking lost me on this shit, man.
First off, it's Impera.
Yeah, what he said. He's much smarter than I am, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this one, holy fucking shit. There's one song on here I really love. Let me look here. Thank you, Wikipedia. Call Me Little Sunshine.
Awesome.
Call Me Little Sunshine. That reminds me of the Ghost I love. But the rest of this album, holy shit. Let me go back again. I think the first song's like some kind of fucking instrumental shit. But then it goes into...
Icerium.
Yeah. Oh, that fucking song. Don't get me fucking... That song couldn't be any gayer if it was opening night on Broadway and Nathan Lane was singing that shit with a double-ended dildo, a Papa dildo that they used to sell, shoved up his fucking ass. That is some jazz hands, fucking High School Musical Glee shit. I'm like, what the fuck happened to this band? Holy fucking shit. And then whatever the next song is, yeah, that totally left a salty taste in my fucking mouth. You know? But then, you know, you get into Little Sunshine, and I'm like, I love you guys. But then the rest of it, oh my God. It's so fucking gay. And not like in a cool, like Robert Mapplethorpe kind of way, but like, hey, let's go see Sammy Hagar kind of way. You know, just, oh. Yeah, this song fucking, I mean, this album fucking, ugh, fuck. What do you think, Mike? You like this one?
Well, you know me, I'm into the gay shit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, for me that's not derogatory. This to use the parlance of my peers, this album slaps.
I have no idea what that means. Is it good?
It's great. It's great. It's great.
Slaps? Okay. I've
yeah.
never heard that.
Yeah. Which is weird. You'd think they wouldn't like wife beating, but it's awesome, man.
Still legal on the East Coast.
That's true. I miss my homelands. I think Imperium is really good. I think Kaiserion rocks. I think Spillways is one of their best. As is Call Me Little Sunshine. Hunter's Moon is a bit more generic for him, I think, but is also really listenable in a weird way where it's like I don't often like go straight to it, but I do enjoy listening to it. Dominion, I'm failing to recall right now because I'm so bad at music. But 20s fucking rules. 20s is one of their best. Absolutely. And then the other ones I don't. I'd have to listen to them again because I'm a movie guy. I will say also Hunter's Moon, best part of Halloween Kills.
Evil dies tonight.
Evil dies tonight. God damn it. Just watch though. I'm probably gonna come around on that. Like it's gonna be like Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, where I go from like what a fucking piece of shit all the way around to this is what the whole franchise should be like.
Yeah, I hear you there, but this is an album full of the White Horse. That should not be there.
I think the White Horse is fine. I like my metaphors to be shoved in my fucking face, so I suffocate with them. That's how we do it in the
Sounds
country.
like some fucking French existentialism to me. Fucking filthy fucks.
I mean,
they stink. They're dirty people, you know.
I mean, I think Jean-Luc Besson seems pretty clean.
Yeah, owes me money. Ralph, what do you think of this fucking turd?
I liked it though. You know, I would put the first album on Aria and Prequel above it. I only put one album below this one, and that's the second one. I like I said, Caesarium's like my favorite song on there. I love.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Represent.
Love it. I love Call Me Little Sunshine. I love Watcher in the Sky. I love 20s. But you know, then there's like the last couple of songs that were, I gotta tell you, it's kind of front loaded for me. You know, it kind of like tapers off at the end. That I didn't care much for the last two songs, but yeah, I dug it. Now let me go into the next one because I gotta go take care of some stuff, but I might be back before the shit's over. So the last one's horrible. What was it called again? The last EP?
I'll pronounce it wrong. Michael will correct me.
Pantomime.
Yeah, Pantomime.
Only good thing on there is the Genesis cover, which they do better than Genesis. Jesus, what is that? Wow.
Jesus, He Knows Me. Yeah, Jesus, He Knows Me is really good. Yeah.
I thought that was better than Genesis version. I thought it was fucking amazing. But then the rest of it, I just didn't care for. Especially Phantom of the Opera. I found that was like blasphemous. Like really a bad cover. But Michael, I hope I'm here before we leave. I got to go take care of a few things. You guys talk about that. And if I'm not.
Okie dokie. Remember to wipe the prints.
All right, Michael, you want me to take this or you got this one?
Pantomime?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's another one where I look at the track listing and I'm like, I don't remember most of these. I do recall definitely, didn't Phantom of the Opera have like one of those like lyric videos or something, or like some official video put out that wasn't like a proper music video?
Yeah, I think they kind of did. I think that was the first one released off of it. I could be
Yeah.
wrong, but I believe
Uh,
so.
so I
It's an Iron
recall,
Maiden cover.
yeah, I recall hearing it and seeing something that was like a video. I don't remember anything about it. So I would say it's somewhat forgettable at the very least because I don't know which fucking song that is. Um, and I don't remember We Don't Need Another Hero either, actually. Um, but Jesus Who Knows Me is great. I also don't remember See No Evil or Hanging Around.
Oh, damn.
I'm not very good at this.
That's all right. We're having fun, goddammit. I'm going to be the opposite of everybody because I'm a fucking Irish prick. Um, I love every song on this other than Jesus He Knows Me. Um, I
Wow.
hated the fucking Genesis song to begin with. Um, and that might skewer my review of it, but I hated that song. I don't like the cover. I love See No Evil, the television cover. I love the original. I like what they did. Hanging Around by the Stranglers, classic. I think they did a good job. Phantom of the Opera by Iron Maiden, very controversial in the metal world. Iron Maiden's held so sacred. Uh, the man who sang on that song, the original singer of Iron Maiden, Paul Diano, said it was like soulless and ballless and all this shit. I loved it. I thought they did a great song, great version. I thought it sounded like how a Ghost version of Phantom of the Opera should sound. And we don't need another hero. I mean, Jesus Christ, the best part of Beyond Thunderdome, other than 2 minute or 1 man leave,
Yeah,
uh, you
agreed.
know,
I'll agree on that.
yeah, it's a shitty movie. It's a great song. It was great by Tina Turner, and I thought they did a good job. I liked how they changed it up, and that's a weird thing with covers. Uh, it's like either you got to be faithful or you got to take it somewhere that's so different that it's like you're reinventing it.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what they did with it, and I thought it sounded great. And so even though Ghost of Late has kind of disappointed me, I'm very happy with this EP and I'm excited to see. I know they're working on the new album. Supposedly it's going to be out in 2024. I'm still going to stand by this band. I want them to succeed. I want them to do good and put out something I like. Um, but if they don't, I'll still stick around for the next fucking album. What the fuck else am I gonna do? I'm gonna be 50 in fucking May. The fuck, I'm just waiting around to die. And for new Vinegar Syndrome Blu-rays and 4Ks to come out. But man, I really, I thank you for putting up with our shit and coming on the show. And I hate quoting the Dalai Lama, but I'm going to do it here. The greatest thing about podcasts and YouTube is anybody can do it. The worst thing about podcasts and YouTube is anybody can do it. And what I love about your channel and what you do is you have a personality. I find you very funny. I think you're very talented as a filmmaker and a writer, and really, I just wanted to have you on the show, just so I could talk to you without paying for it, like I do as a Patreon member, and secondly, so some listeners from our show, check out his YouTube channel. The funny thing is, when I became a Patreon to your page, you released a video where you're just like, I'm fucking burned out. I'm not doing videos for a while and fuck this shit. And I identified with that as somebody, Ralph and I have done this show. You look at our YouTube numbers, they're not that big. Our podcast numbers are much larger. We just started putting out our shit on fucking YouTube. But you get burned out doing this shit. And it takes a lot of time and a lot of, I'm married, I've got children and grandchildren and all this shit. it takes a lot of time and you get burned out. And that video you did just not only did I like what you did, but I was like, I know exactly what the fuck he's saying. But like an idiot, you know, I start giving you money when you stop putting out content. But I don't care. I don't care because I believe in what you do. You know, and I think you're highly entertaining. And, you know, for people checking this out, I mean, check out his videos. Even if you're not into boutique shit like, you know, the Severin and the Vinegar Syndrome and all this shit that you have amazing, you know, the BBBNs and shit like that. But I love the video. You went through every Friday the 13th kill and rated it, you know. It's like a 3-hour fucking video and it's so entertaining, so, you know, awesome. And I just wanted to spread some love and give back and hopefully turn you on to some new people who could potentially, you know, put food on your table, giving you money. Give this guy money. This guy has talent.
You need my money.
Become a Patreon. You know, do whatever. There's a lot of people on YouTube and shit that suck. There's very few that are actually articulate, funny, can do shit, you know, so.
Well, I've had my dick sucked by the best, but
I told you, you've had your dick, you know, your dick sucked by me. I wouldn't say it's the best. I'm a little toothy, but I mean well.
Hey,
you know.
Hey, I can attest to that. He is toothy.
Well, thank you. That was actually very inspiring. Wow.
No, you're very good at what you do, and I think you put out quality content. You're very honest with everything you do, and I think that speaks at large volumes. There's a lot of people that are bullshit. Like you, when you put out videos, if you're having a bad day, that comes out. If you're happy, that comes out. But everything is sincere and true, and you've got a great voice and a great talent, and you know, just I give you my seal of approval. Not that that means shit. You know, I'm Irish. Who the fuck listens to me?
Send me a link, Ian.
Oh, I will. You're gonna love his videos, man. They're great. And like I said,
start making content again. Fuck.
No, don't feel pressured. I mean, like this show. Maybe we take breaks. We've been doing this shit for fucking over a fucking decade now. Sometimes we take a couple months breaks because life shit happens, man. We get burned out, you know, and it's always better sometimes to take a break to find that energy again, to find that passion. Because who wants to just like milk shit out and not be from the fucking heart, you know? Fuck that shit. Most people on YouTube. But I love like what was it you used to be on? Was it
Screen Rant?
Yeah, Screen Rant. And man, you stuck out like a sore thumb because your shit was like fucking fun and entertaining, and it wasn't like just, you know, word vomit or like, you know.
But I did get facts wrong, so that did lead to death threats. But otherwise, that was it was. I guess I did okay there. Yeah.
No,
until I talked about my feelings to my boss. That stopped it from happening anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, fuck it. I agree with everything you said about the French. You know, fuck them. You know, you know, don't feel bad. You know, and what the French did to the Jews in October, unforgivable, unforgivable. But no, seriously, this was like a bucket list thing to have you on here, and I really hope that, you know, everybody listening to this checks out your channel, become a subscriber, hit that fucking like button. You know, I looked at our fucking videos, the last couple ones we put up, fucking like, you know, thousands of views and like 70 fucking likes. Fucking lazy fucks.
You fucking pieces of shit. I swear to fucking God.
I love all you guys. These guys hate you guys.
Yeah. But I mean, seriously, you know, you don't understand the YouTube algorithms. You know, you got to hit that fucking like button and fucking comment.
Hey, I'd like to plug a podcast if you don't mind.
All right, go ahead.
It's a podcast called Whatever with Jason Soto. And the latest episode is 135 features my girlfriend. And
Oh, nice.
just sent me this link, and I was watching like the first 15 minutes, and then I had to start this. My girlfriend says cocksucker a lot in this episode. I'm
Nice.
proud of her.
Yeah. Another thing you should know about Ralph Michael is he was in Smokey and the Bandit 3.
I was actually.
Huh.
Yep.
Don't hold that against us.
I made that movie the worst movie yet. So I'm responsible for making that movie shitty.
Yeah. Hey, in your defense, it was the last one released in theaters. You know, the other ones were straight to CMT.
Yeah, I didn't want no part of that. They offered me millions.
Yeah. But Michael, I'd like to give you another chance just to promote your channel and let people know how they can watch you and see your films and donate and all that stuff.
Oh boy.
I know you're high, but
Well, I'm a huckster. Like I got a lot of shit going on. I, yeah, my YouTube channel, just search Michael Keane and you'll find I'm the one who isn't the guitarist from Faceless. That's my channel. And I talk about pornography and horror movies, Blu-rays sometimes. Sometimes I just have emotional breakdowns. People love that. It's just like is
got my
Trisha
money.
Paytas, is Trisha Paytas the YouTuber? It's like that. And I don't really use Twitter anymore because Elon Musk fucked it all up. Legitimately, like not even politics wise, just what a fucking pile of shit that thing turned into. But I'm on Facebook, kind of. I'm on TikTok, at Michael's Butt. It's a real thing. I've used that a little bit because I'm trying to keep more in tune with my wife. It's really hard. And my movies are available. Let's see, Fatal Future is current. Or actually, I'm taking Fatal Future down at some point from YouTube, so snatch it with your fucking grabbers while you can. But it's currently on YouTube.
Your movies on YouTube?
The first one, yeah.
I'll definitely check that out tonight. Send me a link to that one, Ian.
Okay, yeah, no, you'll love it. It's great.
Yeah, send it.
I do want to do an AI enhanced 4K special edition. Just because I think that'd be funny. So that's when so I'm gonna eventually take it down so that people can yearn, can get the FOMO for my shitty little movie. And but the head is available on disc through TerrorVision. They give me money, so you should give them money and me money. And it's also available to stream on Tubi and Troma Now. And Dr. Deathface will happen. It's pretty much done. It's one fucking guy getting interrupted by fucking 5-hour long music podcasts and trying to
And
eat.
someday I'll get a Blu-ray of that shit because I believe in the guy.
I actually, you know what's funny? I haven't even gotten my head Blu-ray. Like the only way I saw it was Roger got his copy before me.
TerrorVision didn't send you like a free copy?
They're supposed to send me a few because I have backers from the shitty campaign we pulled off that I need to send stuff to, but I don't have it in my possession. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've got it with the slipcover. So when you blow up after Dr. Deathface, you know, I'm going to sign it and sell it back to you.
You know, I've had a lot of people who have seen it say that Dr. Deathface is the best one. But I would disagree. I will say, I think the head is still my best, which is kind of fucking depressing. But also, who knows? I might have a sudden burst of inspiration during the edit. I'm really bad at promoting myself, by the way. Good luck. This next movie is fine.
I love, you know, what I've seen already of Dr. Deathface. I mean, to me, it looks like it's going to be great. I still think my favorite is Fatal Future.
Wow. Okay.
No, I do. because I grew up on that, like, canon type stuff, and I love your acting, in that. I think
I
it's
still
great.
wish I'd gone the opposite approach and like gone too hard. Um, I still think that might have worked better. I don't know. There's a Fatal Future is one where I really want to do a sequel, and I want to do it more like it's an Albert Pyun movie. Um, because then I could actually like put passion into it. Um, and not just heartache and pain. Uh, but cool, awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of I think I talked about this on my channel at some point, but um the at Dragon Con where the movie does play every year. Um this guy, well, my wife and I went up to the vendor hall, and the vendor hall is like 3 or 4 stories of just packed like fucking sardines. It's horrifying. But she fucked off to do something while I was doing an interview for DragonCon TV, and she brings back this guy who's dressed in a dress shirt with the collar popped and the tie on the inside of the neck, and he was cosplaying from the night because he saw Fatal Future for the first time the night before. She spotted him somehow with her fucking peepers, and then brought him over, and he loved the movie, and it was such a bittersweet moment because he also had like bet his friend that the movie was genuine. So I had to break his heart and maybe his wallet with that one, but uh, uh, it's yeah, it's got a special place in my heart, even though it drives me fucking crazy.
Awesome.
That's all I
Well,
got.
again, I can't recommend this young man enough. Check out Michael Keane on Facebook, uh, MySpace, X, Twitter, whatever you kids do, the Snapchats and shit. Check him out. Find Michael Keane. Support him any way you can. Totally believe in this guy. So now we got to go to pick of the week. Ralph, do you have a pick of the week?
I sure don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the new Saxon album. Uh, Love it. What the fuck is it? Hellfire Damnation shit. I don't know. I'm fucking drunk. But the new Saxon album, man, it's fucking killer. It's like everything you've heard from the new Judas Priest album, and you're like, eh. To me, the new Saxon album delivers. Did you get the copy that I sent you, Ralph?
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, I think it's good. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. Let's cut the deck. That last album just can't be beat. Carb Diem is way better. But I will tell you this: our good buddy Martin Popoff has said that the latest Judas Priest album is the best album they've done since Hellbent for Leather.
He's fucking Canadian, though. You can't trust that maple syrup drinking motherfucker.
Martin Popoff is something else. I got invited. I'm going on a show called Pile on Martin Popoff, where we talk about the stuff that Martin hates, but we love. And I got to go. I was like, dude, Martin Popoff hates my favorite album from my favorite band, Volume 4. So I'm gonna.
What?
Yeah, he's not a fan of Volume 4. So I'm gonna go after him on Volume 4.
He must have changed his opinion because he gave a great review in his early book.
No, I have him say it that he's got a problem with that album.
Canadian fuck.
Yep.
Goddamn. Sends me a goddamn book autographed to my wife. Motherfucker. What's that all about?
Flappy face.
Yeah, because your wife bought it probably. That's why.
Well, she knows what a Martin Popoff fanboy I am. So she sent a thing and said, "Hey, autograph these for my husband," and he signed it to her. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Canadian fuck. What's that all about?
He doesn't like Volume 4, so you got to forgive him for being stupid.
He likes fucking Rainbow Down to Earth. I can't forgive him for that shit.
That's the best Rainbow album according to him.
Oh, that shit fucking sucks balls. But yeah, no, I love the new Saxon. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's better than Carpe Diem, but I still dig it. It's a bit better than the new shit I heard from Priest.
I got one. I got a pick of the week. I got to thank Mr. Ian here for.
Okay.
The Smithereens 11. Is it 11? The name of the album?
Yes. Yes. Great album.
Girl Like You. Great stuff. I got into the Smithereens because Ian's pick of the week was the Smithereens doing Beatles covers. And it was all early Beatles, which is awesome. And then I just went and looked into their other stuff and absolutely fell in love with this band called the Smithereens. So my pick of the week is Smithereens 11.
Great album. Great album. Michael, it doesn't have to be an album. Is there like a movie or a Blu-ray or 4K release you would like to, give two thumbs behind?
Get two thumbs behind.
Okay, maybe like one thumb and the other up the ass. I don't know.
Well, I recently rewatched Liquid Sky. It's not a new
have
release,
that, and I haven't watched it yet.
Isn't that that's with Tom Cruise, right?
No, that's Vanilla Sky. You dig it, huh?
Yeah, it's one of the best movies about coming you could ever imagine. It is a little up its ass, but in a very charming way. It's kind of a critique of 80s New York art scenes.
I was gonna call my autobiography "Up My Ass," but in a charming way.
But it's really great. That's nothing new though. Justice released a new single. That was pretty cool. I like Justice. Let's see. This Is Me Now, Jennifer Lopez, 3.5 stars.
Okay, you're losing me.
Well, that's music related though. You should be happy I mentioned something music related. I mean, all the songs sucked, but the movie it was like that Crispin Glover film that was like an hour long. They released it through Amazon Prime. It had a bunch of songs.
No, but I would watch that shit in a heartbeat.
Oh, it's so good. It's way better than this. But I recommend people watch This Is Me ... now on Amazon Prime or piracy, honestly. And just take in the vibes, man, because it's fucking wild.
Interesting factoid. This is real life shit. This is how fucking old I am. Have you ever seen the clip where he went on David Letterman, like all dressed up, and he almost kicked him in the face?
I saw that. I saw that live. Well,
I did too. Yeah,
the day
it was right after fucking River's Edge, man. And I saw River's Edge at the theater when it came out because my dad's like, "Fuck your childhood. I'm gonna take you to good movies." You know. I saw River's Edge in theater. Yeah, I saw that shit. Fucking A right. Crispin Glover, man. Love him.
And then
my dad was actually friends with Bruce Glover, his father.
So then when he came back after that incident at Letterman, he was extremely annoying. They couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah. I didn't see that one. I saw the one where he almost kicked him.
Did you know Crispin Glover was the first man ever to hear Eddie Van Halen?
No.
Yeah, you can watch that movie, Back to the Future.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard about those new like German themed casinos in Canada?
No.
Oh, well, I went there out of curiosity, and I won the jackboot.
And this is the kind of shit you'll get if you go on Michael Keene's YouTube page.
Well, that almost worked.
Awesome. Well, brother, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We got to do fan of the week. I want to do a fan of the week. And this one really upset me because I said earlier in the show about some shit somebody was doing and like making people leave the fucking Facebook page. Which, goddamn, we're almost under 3,000. That ain't right. We were way over 3,000. People are leaving the page. What's going on? Charles Trainer, stop that shit. Jimmy James Schwartz. This guy's been here for over a decade. Come back to the page. You are a fan of the week. I love this fucking guy. He loves his show. He's been a great fan.
Good guy.
Yeah, fucking great guy.
I love Jimmy James Schwartz.
Yeah. So come back to the.
Come back.
Come back. Don't let somebody fucking, just because somebody's posting fucking shitty Oasis videos and being a dick, don't let that scare you off the page, man.
Yeah, come back and give me bash on Duran.
Yeah. Hey, that's terrible.
Fuck them in the dick.
Kicks. Yeah.
Hey.
There you go, Michael. Right on.
All right. Come back and post some fucking venom, goddammit. But anyway, I want to thank Michael. You're a saint for doing this.
No problem. I like getting high and being noticed.
Well, you definitely achieved both of those today. So thank you so much, brother. And again, check out this guy's channel. Hit subscribe, like, comment, and do that shit to us, by the way, too. Yeah. When we post this shit tomorrow on the YouTubes.
Yes, please subscribe to our channels. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you guys. Coming soon, we're still getting back to the fan paid episodes. We have an amazing Frank Zappa episode coming up with not only the head of ZappaCast, but a drummer who played in Zappa Plays Zappa and does all the reissues. Joe Travers is going to be a special guest on our show. So come back next week or whenever the fuck we record again to the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast.
Oh my God.
Parting words, Michael?
I don't know. I'm just really excited to jerk off tonight.
You can't top that shit.
Goodbye.
All right. All right. Catch you later, brother.
All right, guys.
Bye.